Greeting interwebs, this is Jackie K, and welcome to another edition of Pokemon Colosseum. In the last episode, we fought the trainers of Justly's pre-gym. And since we have 6 Pokemon in the party, we can challenge Justly himself. I don't know if I made it clear enough in the last episode, but you do have to have 6 Pokemon in order to challenge Justly. If you have 5 or less, he will refuse battle with you. And honestly, that's probably because you need all that time you can get. I challenged Justly thinking that I would be over leveled at this particular point. Though I'm pointing out here that you can say no if you need the chance to heal before the battle begins. So bring it on, Purple Head! Come on, that's totally not real. Who has purple hair? I am totally gonna pull in your butt and all your purple hairedness without any problem whatsoever, and oh my god, it is at level 40. They're both in the 40s. Maybe I'm not quite ready for this. Yeah, these levels are quite the jump off from the trainers we were just fighting in the last episode. Directly before this guy. I think you can see why I waited as long as I did before even checking out the Pride Gym, considering the fact that I wanted to make this as a cohesive experience as possible, doing everything I can in this gym at once. And honestly, if I would have realized that his levels were as high as they were, I might have waited a little bit longer before coming to Paniac City at all. But I believe I can pull this off. As you can see right here, Justly's gimmick is double team. Yes. His whole mechanic is double team. He doesn't have a set type. He doesn't have an unannoying mechanic. He will do everything he can to raise his evasion. And high evasion is his key to battling. It's honestly a good strategy though. But there's a reason it's been banned from competitive battling. Because it's annoying. I'm sure there's a more professional reason than that. But it basically boils down to it's annoying when you can't hit at all. Pain. Unless you're the one using it. But then people are probably gonna hate you in the long run. Because they can't get a hit off you and it feels unfair. And yeah, I think I dragged out that point long enough. So my strategy is A, prevent him from doing any evasion attacks in the first place, aka sleeping. B, get something on him that will whittle him away early on before he can get his evasion up. That way, the Pokemon will go down eventually, even if you can't land a hit off. Which is why I think Umbreon with Toxic is working out very well for me. The Dark Knight is going to be my key to victory against this gym leader in general. And heck, this is why I was considering keeping Snatch, just to steal away the double team for myself. Because I am actually a double team fan, although these days you can't really get away with using evasion moves anymore. People will get mad, and you won't be able to sleep at night. And yeah, it's sand too. Like the evasion was annoying enough. Guess what? That whole hitting the partner thing? That's not why he's doing that. That Cacturn has an ability that raises evasion in the sand. Yes, they went there. It's fabulous. And I'll tell you right now, this battle takes the entire video. Take a good look at that video length that you can see in YouTube's bottom. Note how long that video is. That is this entire battle. Well, 90% of it is this battle, but I think it gets the point across. Now, I believe I mentioned this already, but I would like to remind you all that Toxic steadily does more and more damage the longer the battle plays out, even if you heal. Eventually, it'll do enough damage to take a Pokemon out in one hit, even if you keep using a Hyper Potion every turn and have unlimited Hyper Potions. I I think you can see why it's so vital for me to get a toxic on these Pokemon before they can get their evasion up so much that I can't pull any attacks off on them. It would also be nice to have moves like Shockwave that, oh, I don't know, completely ignore evasion and lowered accuracy and hit all the time. Because of things like that. I hope you like that the attack missed text box a lot. Because we'll be seeing it a lot in this video. But granted, I'm pretty sure that was obvious the moment I mentioned the word double team. In hindsight, I probably should have took out Cold Red, done a Sunny Day just to cancel out the Sandstorm, making it a little bit easier to get some hits off on his Pokemon. Cause yeah, I'm pretty sure the majority of his Pokemon from now on are going to be taking advantage of the Sandstorm. All but one of them that still remain have the Sandveil ability, which is the ability that raises your evasion in a Sandstorm. Oh, and don't worry, the one Pokemon that doesn't have Sandveil and will actually get hurt by the Sandstorm, it's a double teamer too, don't worry. There's plenty of double teaming on this team of Pokemon. So much double team! Double teams and evasion abilities. Double teams breaking through confusions. So much frickin' double team! Sure, maybe Sunny Day would have helped, but oh, he would probably have a way to bring back the Sandstorm. I'm next to certain that most of his Pokemon have Sandstorm. I mean, why else would you have the Sandveil ability and only have one Pokemon with Sandstorm? I'm pretty sure the Sandstorm is going to wear out soon and one of his Pokemon is just going to bring it back. If they both don't spend their turn desperately making sure the Sandstorm comes back. So, pulling up Sunny Day will only help so much, especially considering they could just use the turn that Cold Red could have used for attacking to get up another double team. I hope you like the word double team, cause I will be saying it a lot. Because they're double teaming up on me. Oh, thank goodness someone got hit. Oh, and a critical Shadow Rush is very welcome, especially when I don't have to go into Hyper Mode for it. Having Sudowoodo on the team will at least cancel out the whole, hey, you're taking a bit of damage every turn from the Sandstorm. It's too bad I don't have another Pokemon that will avoid taking damage from the Sandstorm on this particular team. Oh yes, he heals! Yes, he has healing items too. On top of raising evasion, he has healing items. The only way it could be worse if he actually had like Pecha Berries and items that heal poison. Or heck! If he even had a full restore. Thankfully he just has super potions. And I believe we're about to see right here that yes, they both have a means for pulling up the Sandstorm. I guess Dark Knight is the best option after Sudowoodo, considering Sudowoodo doesn't take damage from Sandstorm and Umbreon's pretty much a tank meant for taking hits in it. Yeah, why is Nerati out here? Oh yeah, it's a ground flying type. Maybe I'll be able to get a lock on to break through the evasion, and the next turn I can get 4 times damage against the Pokemon, easily taking out one of the foes that I have to face. Wouldn't that be glorious? Wouldn't it suck if Lock-On missed? And I was just better off doing the whole Aurora Beam in the first place? Thankfully I got the Lock-On in. I get a strong feeling this Aurora Beam will not go through though. I fear tragedy will strike before I get the chance to make Nerati's rising moment. More so, why it's important to get poison off on everything. Which just makes me wonder, why are you not poisoning the Sandrew half self. Lovely. It happened before I get the Aurora Beam off. We didn't even get to find out if Sandra was aiming for Narati. I guess we will in just a second, because it'll do no damage if it's aiming for Narati, because Veil Plume is part flying. I was gonna say, or it could hurt itself in confusion, but I guess we're just gonna have to live with the fact that it did no damage to Veil Plume. Lovely, more freaking Sandstorm. I think this is a fun fact worth noting. In a Sandstorm, Synesis, the healing move that Veil Plume has no means of healing. It'll like heal only 20%, when normally would heal half or 40. In the Sunlight, it would heal 100%. Maybe I should have brought Cold Red out to get a Sunny Day just long enough for Veil Plume to get Synesis. Because as you can see, I'm not planning on using healing items for this fight. I hope you're all happy. I hope you can all live with Narati missing out on so much experience because I'm not using items. Nah, I shouldn't put the blame on you guys. If I really wanted to, I would use the items regardless. But I do agree, like, if you can get through a battle without items, it can make it more challenging and fun. What to do now? Veil Plume's about to go down. Maybe, just maybe, I can get one Giga Drain off. I wish it was Giga Drain, but it's only Mega Drain, and it missed. And now this Gligar is going to put insult on top of injury by using an Aerial Ace to finish off Veil Plume. Oh, the sad. I guess, who to bring out now? Am I going to finally bring out Cold Red? I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to implement the Sunny Days thing I keep mentioning in this video. I guess bring out Sudowoodo again. Reduce the impact of Sandstorm. Frickin' miss. Oh yeah, I just realized he's continuing to add insult on top of entry. He's using frickin' Swift. You know what Swift is? Swift is a move, like Shockwave, that will always hit the opponent no matter how high their evasion, and no matter how low the user's accuracy is. So he's basically using the moves that I wish I had to use against him. You know, there's moves that kind of like copy. I wonder if there's strategically a way to take those Swift moves and use them against him. I'm pretty sure none of the Pokemon we have so far in Colosseum can learn Mimic. And I doubt there's any other moves that we can obtain that will allow us to implement that strategy. And there's the demonstration of how desperate he is to get the Sandstorm up, willing to sacrifice both of his Pokemon's turn to use the same exact move to assure that one of them get the Sandstorm back up. It's pretty bad. Thankfully, I got Toxic on both his Pokemon, so it's just a matter of withstanding time. Sad thing is, I don't feel... What's the opposite of chivalrous? You know, I'll just say it. I feel so chivalrous that I'm not using healing items to stall out the poison. I probably should, but I'm feeling too chivalrous to do so. So it's a matter of if Dark Knight can withstand the Pokemon long enough for the poison to take them out. Because we know how much we can rely on our moves actually hitting him. Not nearly enough. Thankfully the Gligar is finally down. What shall be next in the Toxic Victim list? Ooh, oh my gosh, the timing on this is perfect. Although, if I realized that I could get through the battle without Feint Attack, I probably wouldn't have replaced Bite, because I tend to prefer Bite, a move that will flinch, or has a possibility, over a move that will always hit. Because I swear this is the only battle in the entire game that you'll really rely on moves that always hit, or even moves that take away other moves like double team away from him. Yep, poisoned it right away. I forget if he has another Pokemon after this, but it should just be a matter of time after this. As long as Dark Knight has poisoned all of his Pokemon, I have this victory under my belt. Even if I don't use healing items to stall it out. Because I think my Pokemon are strong enough to withstand the hits that he could possibly do against them. Long enough for Toxic to take its stall. I just need to make sure that they're all poisoned at one point or another. Or should I say badly poisoned? Because I don't think I could rely on a normal poison well enough. Thankfully, Toxic is not a normal poison, it's a badly poison. I digress, I already talked about that though. It is going to be a bit of a stall war from here on out though. Especially when there's still one more Pokemon left. Can Dark Knight live long enough to put it into the poison state as well? We'll just have to see. It is nice to finally be able to do damage against him every turn and not have to pray to the hack gods that I get a single hit off on him. I will admit that is nice. It almost justifies replacing Bite with Feint Attack. I really think Feint Attack is a pretty cool move as well, but it's the same base power as Bite, and I could find Bite more handy overall. It just kind of sucks we don't get a more powerful Dark type move to use in the future, because we've had Bite from the beginning of the game, and it has the same power as Feint Attack. Oh, here we go, as the nose pass just in time. Dark Knight can barely withstand any more fighting. Thankfully, he sent out his last Pokemon just in time to get it poisoned, and Cold Red will hopefully seal the deal. Ta-da! My victory has been foretold. Or should I say achieved. I'm not sure what Tone has to deal with it. And just before he could start doing double team. Fabulous. I can be sarcastic all I want, but I don't think there's anything he can do to put me down, because I have just guaranteed my victory with that final Toxic. Dark Knight, you have done your duty well. I salute you. Now it's just a matter of speeding up the process by hoping I get hits in. And we get to watch that purple glow off every single one of his Pokemon. Every turn. I'm sure it's fabulous to have another delay between turns in battle watching that animation. Don't worry, folks. It's almost over. Yes, I take a very high risk here, but it was worth it. Look at that damage, it was worth it. Especially since he only got one double team off. I don't know if Nosepass actually has an ability. I guess I was wrong about that, because I'm pretty sure Nosepass can't learn the Sandveil ability. Just a matter of finishing it off, and our victory will be... well, it's already in the bag. But I guess there will also be cake in that bag now. Sure, get one final paralyzation off on me. I don't care. Because you are dead. Yay! We have obtained a victory against the double team spammer. All is right and good in the Pokemon world. What? What? How go? How is it possible for you to get by my evasion spam? On a more realistic note, all you had to do was just sit there after using double team for a little while. I hope there's no shame in the loss, because there would be shame in your victory. Evasion noob! Wait, shouldn't we get something? Awesome! We got TM27, which happens to be Return. Return being the most powerful normal type move in the game if your Pokemon's happiness is max. Otherwise, you have to work on getting your Pokemon happy. And it feels to me that telling your Pokemon's happiness is a little harder in this game than others. There is a happiness rater, but I keep forgetting about the rater more than other games. And no self-heal after that battle. I don't know why I was expecting one, I just was. I'll rub it in your face all I want, little boy. I defeated your master. Anyways, there's another thing I want to do in Panic City, but we will definitely be doing that in the next episode of Pokemon Colosseum. Cause I need a break after all that battling. Especially when the next episode is going to have more battling. Hope you enjoy battling, folks. Until then though, see you all later.